A very good day to you, viewer, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Victor Kibet, and today in studio we have two of the most influential people right here in Mount Kenya University. That is the Mr. and Miss MKU 2025. Today we are going to be having an amazing session with them. And before we go further, I'm just going to be introducing them, letting them say themselves, waseme majina yao, then we can dive right in. Karibuni sana Space TV Studios. Now, I'm going to be asking one of you to start. That is, they say ladies first,
Yes.
Sindio?
Yes.
And being the gentleman I am, I'm going to start with Miss MKU. Karibu, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we can move on to Mr. MKU.
Thank you very much. I'm Mku Nakuru from the School of Education Science, and I'm the current Miss MKU 2025-2026.
Thank you, and welcome to our studios today. Mr. MKU,
Yes.
karibu sana.
Thank you. I am Marvin Kamadi. Third year, second semester, School of Business and Economics, taking business management. Yes, I'm the current Mr. Mount Kenya University, Nakuru campus.
Amazing. Now, as you've heard, we have the two amazing people, that is Mr. MKU, Mr. Marvin, and Miss Nicole, that is the Miss MKU 2025-2026. Mesikia ni watu wa biashara na mwalimu, so your children are going to be safe there out. And wewe kama mwana biashara, just know, biashara si kila kitu. Modeling is also something, and being a Mr. Somewhere is an amazing title. Now, we are going to be looking at some of the things ambazo probably mnaweza kuwa mmepitia, probably the challenges and the good times that you've gone through. And I'm going to be asking a question. It's going to be a question I'm posing to the both of you. And this is like on the journey to the crown. Winning this title must have taken a lot of preparation and dedication. Can you walk us through some of the challenges, the lessons, and maybe even the moments that you almost gave up in the journey to the crown? Yes, Nicole, I'm going to direct that question to you first, and then we'll proceed to Mr. MKU.
Thank you very much. Being here today means a lot to me, because I had gone through a lot of challenges to be here where I am today. I've been on the runway a lot of times, and this one was a really big win for me. And there are a lot of challenges. There are times that I felt like giving up, but my friends came through and convinced me that I am more than, they believed in me, and I also had to believe in myself to be here today.
Strong.
And that's why I'm very happy, and I take this title seriously because I know where I've come from.
That's an amazing story. Mr. MKU,
Yes.
able to ambia na wewe how this journey, the winning of the title, how prepared, or the kind of dedication and probably those moments that you almost gave up, the challenges and lessons ambazo unaweza ambia mtu pale nje who is probably thinking of, am I good enough to do this, or am I going to fail?
Yeah. Thank you so much. My journey has been somewhat very difficult because initially I wasn't in Nakuru campus. I was in main campus. I recently moved here like a year ago. Well, in main campus, that's where I started my modeling journey back in 2022. And I joined an agency, a modeling agency that is based in school. That is where I started my training. I went for 2 runways, and I never came out with the title, but the second runway I went was the Mr. and Miss Mount Kenya University in Thika, and I got to be the second runners-up. So it has been a journey, because the last time, I was telling my miss actually, the last time I was on the runway, that is before this gala, was in 2023, and that is like 2 years ago, and that's a long time if you ask me. And it is because I was in a very dark space that I wasn't even believing in myself. So my friends are the one who pushed me. And we thank God for friends, because like she has said, her friends pushed her to contest in this. And also my friends pushed me, and they told me, you got this. And even the first few categories we were contesting, I was unsure of myself. But as time progressed, I started gaining confidence, and luckily, for God is great because I got the title. Yeah,
That's very true. You know, they say good friends are a great flex.
yes, yeah.
They like are there for you at any time and moment, because at times we feel like giving up, but then unapata kale kanaj, they just be like, no, you can't do this because we believe in you.
Yeah.
And actually it makes a lot of sense to like try your best because you see that someone else is also rooting for you. Now, the second question is about the meaning behind this title. You know, now that you've been crowned Mr. and Miss MKU, what does this personally mean to you? And beyond that spotlight and beyond the crown itself, what does being crowned the Mr. and Miss MKU entail to you? What does it mean to you?
Personally, this is more than just a title to me. It's a symbol of the trust and the belief that other students have in me. And it pushes me to work hard and to work for them and to remember my purpose, to why I decided to walk on that runway and fight for this title. So it's like something that helps me remember why I am doing this in the first place and why I should try my best to fulfill what I had promised them.
That's an amazing story. And to you, Mr. MKU,
Yes.
what does this mean to you personally, beyond that spotlight and beyond the crown itself?
Well, like I have mentioned before, is something that I really fought for the past 2 years. Like I said, I was in a very difficult place and in a very dark space. So personally, this means the world to me because it is more of a comeback story for me. It is my redemption, shows where I've come from and shows that when you really go for something, you can get it. Beyond the spotlight, I want to empower the students of Mount Kenya University and beyond, so that they can gain their confidence, they can gain their spark, and they can impact other people positively.
Very true, with the fact that you have said it was a dark time for you before you got to that stage and were crowned. It's something that's going to be amazing for you to like try your best to push others into not giving up in life. And for Miss Amondi here, like she said, she's had about 5 times on the runway without any success, and finally they say the more you knock and the doors will be opened. Now finally the doors were open for you, and here you are, the most influential people right here in our studios in Mku Nakuru campus. Now, every title comes with a voice and a responsibility. What positive change or message do you hope to champion during your reign, both on campus and beyond?
A message that I wish to champion is on empowerment and self-development. I believe that I can use this platform to advocate, to work for my fellow comrades, to help empower them, to give them a safe space where they can feel free to explore their talents and work on them, and maybe it can lead them to somewhere better. And on self-help, on self-well-being, I believe that we can address the issues on mental health, because a lot of students usually go through depression. That is one thing that I believe it's not usually getting a lot of attention, but it should be addressed and it should be checked on, because a lot of students in campus usually go through depression and they may not know how to go about it. They may not know how to express or to show that they're going through this, to share with their fellows. And I believe that when we come together to help each other, we can find ways of helping each other to address some of these issues.
Very true. Mr. MKU, what message are you going to be championing during your reign, both on campus and beyond?
Well, I will just echo what she has said, especially on depression. But you'll have to forgive me because I'm the minister, so I'll champion for the mental health of the boy child. Because we often forget about the boy child. Say, for example, right now we're in November. November is usually mental health for awareness for the men, but not everyone is talking about it. So we need to empower boy child. There is also another thing that I usually say: when you look good and when you smell good, that is a form of good manners. So I'm hoping that I will push that ideology to all the comrades in Mount Kenya University Nakuru campus, so that we can be people that not only look good, but we look good everywhere we go. Everywhere you step, people can identify you that this is a person that came from Mount Kenya University. Yeah.
Very true. It's actually something, you mentioned something, and I remember a video I watched a while back, and it was about I've been seeing people talking about gender-based violence, and that video actually caught my attention. It was a man being stoned by ladies, and other ladies also coming with sticks to flog him, and he was just standing there not saying anything. And then I was like, the boy child is currently neglected a lot, and most of the people out there are championing the girl child. And I think with that being the spotlight, some boys are getting to the background in that they don't have anyone to talk for them. But I think it's a high time as men we start coming up and try to talk for the boy child too, because boy child is under shade. And I'm going to beg you, Miss Mount Kenya, to forgive me for saying that. Let's not just focus on women alone. Even the boy child needs some support. Now, in a world where image usually overshadows substance, how do you plan to remain authentic to yourself while representing the university?
Thank you very much. I plan on remaining authentic to myself by remembering my purpose, remembering what has brought me here, remembering why I decided to contest for this title in the first place. It was not only about me, it was about the people who believed in me. It was about me proving to myself that I can, and I can do this, and I can make it. And I believe that if I stay authentic to myself, I will lead with grace and humility, and I believe I will be able to I will be able to do what I had promised.
That's very true. Remaining true to yourself is actually something that most people tend to forget when they move from grass to grace. Mr. MKU, how do you plan to remain authentic to yourself while you're representing the university?
It is actually by remembering where I came from, what made me contest in that runway, and what was my purpose or what was my goal there. I have some principles that I follow, and I pray that I may keep true to them, because it is true that with the limelight comes a lot of confusion, and once you're in the limelight, it is very easy for you to have a downfall. So it is only through principles that you can remain true to yourself, remembering your purpose and what you had in mind or what you wanted to achieve for yourself and for the campus.
That's very true. You know, image usually actually overshadows the real you, because you now be feeling like I'm on top of the world. Shikiki. Kiswahili is tough, and you tend to forget the real you. But once you remember the path that you come from, or where you started until where you are at that moment, then you'll always be at that top-notch figure of yourself, knowing that I need to keep straight to myself, to know how I'm going to interact with others, and ensure that I live a life that is worth living, rather than trying to live a life that you feel you deserve yourself after being or after having taken such a step. We're going to be going to our last question for this interview today. I know a lot of people usually look forward to the end of the interview, and I just hope that you've enjoyed the interview so far from where we began up until now. Now, many students now look up to you as role models. After being crowned Mr. and Miss MKU, now everyone wants to see what are you going to do, what are you going to be bringing to the table. And I just want to ask you, what advice would you give to someone who wants to walk that stage or wants to walk in your shoes next year?
One key thing I would advise someone who'd like to walk in my shoes next year, you have to believe in yourself. It starts with you. It all starts with you. Nothing just comes automatically. You have to believe in yourself in order for you to convince the judges to believe in you, to give you the title. You have to believe in yourself in order to make that step and walk on that stage and show the other students that you can. You have to believe you can in order for you to do it. So just believe in yourself and work hard. If you want something, go for it. Nothing comes automatically. You have to work hard for it and get it.
Very true. Mr. MKU,
Yes.
what advice do you give to someone who wants to walk in your shoes next year?
I will actually give my words of advice not only to the person that is willing to be the next Mr., but to everyone who is listening in Mount Kenya University Nakuru campus. And I will tell you, you see, like today, we have a lot of accessories. I have a watch, I have rings, everything. But the best accessory you can have is confidence. Confidence is your best accessory. Whenever you walk into a room and people can feel that you're confident, that is your best accessory. That is your best weapon in that room. So if you're listening to me, remember to always be confident in yourself. And like the Miss has said, always work hard. Nothing comes on a silver platter. We are in 2025, nothing comes on a silver platter. You have to fight for what you believe in. So you have to work and fight for it, believe that you can, and be confident enough to get it. I also would like to add that it is important that we note the Miss and I, we are already coming up with a club. It is, I would say, like 40% in the forming stages. We want to form a modeling club because we believe modeling is not only a talent, but this can be one who believes. So we are creating that modeling club, and it will soon be in action in our school. And if you're there and you want to join us, just reach out, and once the communication will be out, you can just reach out, and then we can plan. We'll have training. We pray that this is a club that will not only be competitive in Mount Kenya University, but also in other pageants outside Nakuru, outside Kenya, because we've seen people shine on the global stage.
That's very true. It's been an amazing interview right here on Space TV Kenya. I've been your host, Victor Kibet, and we've had the most influential people right here on our studio today. It's a pleasure to have hosted you here today.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed your stay here, and I hope that I've not asked questions that were beyond the limit of what you could answer. Because, they say an interview is only as good as the questions you ask. And asking the right questions and the good questions at the right time makes that interview worthwhile. And you having graced our studios today is an amazing, what would I put it as? It's an amazing opportunity. We're happy, we're glad that you agreed to come to have the interview with us. It was on a short notice, but still, you made it here. And for the viewers there, you've heard what the Mr. and the Miss MKU have had to say. Do your best, be confident, and always trust in yourself. With that, I'm going to be calling it a wrap today, right here on the Space TV Kenya studios. Until next time, goodbye and take care. My name is Victor Kibet.